Hello, my name is Mike, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. Last time, we made our way to Denerim in search of the Sacred Ashes, and we got a lead on the Urn of Sacred Ashes, but it's not here. Our next destination is farther to the west, so we are going to be doing that now. But while we were here, Zevran made some contact with some Antivan crows and dealt with them, and Alistair made contact with his sister, and that was not a very fun family reunion. But that's all behind us. We've got work to do. Before I leave, why don't I take care of these dirty back alleys? There are some lowlifes that need to be taken care of. And then we'll make our way back to the market district and turn in the quest. Because we were able to clear some of the thugs out of the Pearl without killing them. So I'm sure that Templar guy will be happy about that. Or we can just get ambushed on our way to the back alleys.
I was hoping I'd find you. I heard about the Pearl. I don't know how, but you got them to leave with no fuss at all. The Pearl's workers will...
Nobody gives orders to my men but me. A little lesson in respect is in order.
I see. Don't bother sparing these louts. Things are about to get messy.
What? What is going on? Alright. Alright, here's a giant fireball. All of you can die. Clear out, you fools.
And people actually voluntarily attack you. Are they just stupid? Here's the payment I promised. I might have more work if you're interested. But I'm heading back to the market district. Back alleys are just too dangerous for me.
I'm not sure who just attacked us, but they're dead now. Alright, looks like I turned in that quest I was intending to turn in, without even meaning to. Let's just scavenge from the battlefield and make our way to the back alleys. Alright, now let's head to this dirty back alley, and we've got 2 more to clear out. I don't think this will be too much of a problem. Ooh, I thought there were going to be some back alley thugs here, but I don't see any. I don't see any archers on the roof. I don't feel good about this.
Something is coming.
Oh, yeah, it was definitely an ambush. They tried to get the gate down on me, but it did not seem to work.
I'll get on it.
This gate doesn't seem to have been very useful. It's causing Alistair to seize up like crazy. I don't think this gate was supposed to come down, but it has, and I'm not sure the enemies know what to do. There we go. Alright. Alright. Standard procedure, loot the corpses, take everything that you can find of use, and make our way to the next destination. Somebody's waiting for us, are they?
The ones that killed Roz.
Yeah. And again, they're all dead. They just never learn. Alright.
Got it.
Loot all of the thugs, and make our way out of here. Alright, and this is the last group of mercenaries, or the last group of thugs we need to take out. Looks like they might be in the mood to talk.
You! We're about to send the boys to hunt you down! Boss says kill him!
Boss is sending you to your death! Alright, I think we've cleared out all of these thugs now from all of the back alleys. There's someone over here I see who wants to talk to us.
With this, you seal your guild success.
Yes. Again, I don't know what that's about. Alright, again, loot corpses and leave. Ooh, Sir Pridden is naked down here. Sir Fryden's journal. Dead Templar. Alright, well, that's unfortunate, but again, thugs are not necessarily the most benevolent of people. Hello, dirty hovel. So, what are you guys doing in here, shady thug, Layson the deserter?
Yes?
I'm here on behalf of the Blackstone Irregulars, apparently.
Oh? What was this about?
I hear you stole supplies from the guild.
Oh, I see. Tauren must have sent you. I refuse to answer to a pawn of Tauren. Come, men, to arms!
More fighting, is it? Very well. Layson the deserter had the guild supplies. I'm sure the Blackstone Irregulars will be happy to have these back. Ooh, we have a new area on the map. Deserted building. This building appears to be conspicuously deserted within an otherwise well-populated district. Let's go see what that's all about. I know I said we were going to leave Denerim soon, but I've got a couple things here that they're kind of piquing my interest. Let's see what this is all about. Alright, deserted house. Let's see what secrets you hold. And here's a bookshelf hiding a door. We'll just move this.
Get off my back?
And make our way through this door.
Intruder! We have an intruder!
More fighting! Okay, that was the last one. We have cleared out this house. I'm not sure why they attacked us on sight, but seems like that's pretty much how everyone receives us these days. Blood Mage! We found a couple of Blood Mages, did we? Let's go deeper, shall we? Use the key. What's behind here? Oh, this goes on further than I thought. More enemies. Alright. Fine, we'll take care of these enemies as well. Killed about 100 people today. A few more over here. Sure, we'll take these guys out. Fire will do the damage. There is a surprisingly large amount of bodyguards here. I'm not sure what they're hiding. It must be some kind of really... Like, even the gang leaders that we've encountered so far didn't have this much security, so I'm kind of wondering who they're guarding. Blood mages and mercenaries. I found a couple of phylacteries. Yeah, these are blood mages, alright. There are... Yeah, no joke, there are quite a few of them here. More blood mages... Yeah, what do you have to say about this, Alistair? All these apostates that have gone under the radar of the Chantry. Yeah, more blood mages. Take that silver he had on him. Ow, ow, I triggered a trap. Everything is on fire, and usually that's a good thing, but not today. Even more. Even more. Just keep going deeper and deeper. We'll find more and more enemies. Holy cow, Zevran, you took a lot of damage. This just keeps going and going. We've been fighting our way through these thugs for so long. You guys got a lot of injuries, because we've fallen in battle a couple times. I've got a crushed arm. Zevran's got a gaping wound and a head trauma. Wynn's doing okay, but yeah, we're just not in great condition at the moment. We just keep fighting our way through these guys. There's a lot of blood mages here.
I know not how you have survived thus far. Is it luck or providence? No matter. You will not survive this!
So he says. We'll see about that, though.
Time for a little bloodletting, I see.
Was that a pun, Zevran? Because they're blood mages? I like that. Alright, we got one left. The blood mage leader. Let's take him out. Down he goes. Good job, everybody. And we're done here. We have cleared out all these blood mages that I didn't even know were here. But we stumbled upon them, and we took them out. Alright, back to the market district. Let's turn in a couple of these quests, and finally make our way out of here. We got some things we need to take care of. Now, Sergeant Cailan.
Good to see you back.
Do you need any more help?
I've got complaints in the Nord Noble Tavern that some mercenaries have invaded. Nothing violent has happened. The sellswords are probably just disturbing the nobles' rarefied conversation. Just drum the louts out of there. The barkeep doesn't mind some blood. Or sport, as she called it. Captain said Denerim won't miss a few dead mercenaries. Do what you will, and good luck.
Alright, sounds like there are a few more lowlifes for me to clear out. So let's go do that. I know I'm getting sidetracked. I'm getting very sidetracked. Alright, we're here in the tavern. And make our way into here, where the ruffians are supposedly. Let's see if we can talk them down.
What are you looking at? We're the Crimson Oars.
You don't look very impressive to me. I've heard complaints about you.
Complaints? We have good coin, and we're breaking none of your laws.
I want them out. If they resist, force the barbarians out. The patrons don't mind a little sport of it.
Alright, let's try and persuade them. There are much better places to spend your coin. They obviously aren't welcoming to you.
We happen to like the ale better here, the wine too. Less vomit on the floor. So long as we're paying, they're serving! Ha ha!
Wouldn't you prefer a bar with more friendly women?
Ha ha! You may have a point. Barwoman, you and your women are too old and shriveled. Too many damn clothes, right, boys? Ha ha ha! Oars, we go to the docks. Let's find us some wenches!
Get out of here, you drunken fools. Yeah, that's right. See you later.
Edwina sends her thanks for getting rid of the Crimson Oars. Mind you, she's disappointed there was no fighting. Here's payment. You've helped out a great deal.
So are we done now, or is there any other work that you need done that you need me to do because you can't be bothered?
I have something for you.
Okay.
The market district is a whole sight better because of what you've done for us. I know this may not be much, but it's an extra thanks. A lot of folks swallow whatever lies are fed to them, but us believers will try and spread word about you and the Wardens. Thanks.
I would appreciate that. Thank you. And 4 gold pieces. That is also welcome. Thank you, thank you. Well, I think we're done here. We've cleaned out the back alleys, been to the Pearl, been to a deserted building and the market districts. Eventually, we'll make our way into Arl Eamon, or this Arl's estate, Arl Howe. and make our way into Fort Draken, but apparently that's not something we can do right now. So, back to the world map. We need to make our way to Haven, which is over here. So, why don't we take a break and go to... Yeah, we'll stop by Lake Cailan docks and the Circle Tower and Civil War and Ban Loren's lands. We'll see what we got over here.
Get your horses off Ban Talman's land. We won't Ben Needle again.
Loghain is the regent. He demands your...
We're not Orlesian lick-spittles. We owe no man our allegiance. Leave!
Take their lands by force, men. Regent's orders.
Alright, well, the enemy of the enemy is my friend, so let's help out these soldiers that hate Loghain. We're done here. Alright, who do we talk to resolve this issue?
We showed those Loghain upstarts.
Indeed we did. Alright, I guess that was it. Not a whole lot here. We're done. Make our way to Ban Loren's lands, I suppose? Take a closer look at the unarmed man. You are surprised to recognize the uniform of King Cailan's honor guard. I fought alongside this man at Ostagar. And the guards? The uniform of Ban Loren, a minor lord, well-known and little-loved. Alright, well, let's join the fray. Oh, yeah. Let's take these guys out.
How invigorating that was.
Yeah? Oh, he's not dead.
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man.
I can try and help. I do know curing magic.
You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some Darkspawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter.
I recognized your face.
You were there with the Grey Wardens, one of Duncan's new recruits. I was to guard the king. He was my friend, understand? Maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar.
It's not your fault. Don't let it weigh too heavily on your conscience.
I know. Even had Loghain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Cailan, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostagar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the Wardens.
Well, I am the Wardens.
The Maker has a sense of humour, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
But you said Cailan entrusted it to you.
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please. It's probably still there.
Where?
The key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? Call me sentimental, but I left behind some dark spawn that really deserve a sword through the middle.
The events at Ostagar still haunt my thoughts, Warden. If that is where we are headed, I would like to accompany you.
It is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Cailan's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
And that was it. His final breath. Alright, so it sounds like King Cailan was thinking of us in his final minutes. I'm sure that tugs at your heartstrings, Alistair. And indeed, I can now go visit Ostagar. Well, yeah, let's go ahead and take Wynne and Alistair down there. But before we go all the way down to Ostagar, let's take a break at the party camp, because we need to cure our injuries. We are very injured. Alright, let's just rest up a bit. Anybody have anything they want to tell me? Something they want to get off their shoulders? Maybe a request? Another quest? Something? Sounds like Wynne has a regret. Sounds like she has a very deep regret because it caused pain to somebody. What did you do?
Years ago, I was assigned as mentor to a lad, Denerim. He was my first apprentice. Denerim was an elf, raised in one of the elven alienages, and he was very mistrustful of humans. especially humans in authority.
I can see how this would be a problem. Did he distrust you as well?
I was his mentor, an authority figure. He can't have liked me very much. What Denerim needed was time. Time to get used to his new home. Time to emerge from his shell, so we could build a rapport. I gave him no such time. I was young and arrogant. He is a mage, I thought. He needs to grow up and act like one. I expected too much from him, too quickly. I gave no consideration to his origin or his feelings, and he retreated further from me. All I could think of was how stubborn he was, how he was throwing away all his talent and his potential, just to be difficult.
That is very much unlike you now. I guess you have changed over time.
Oh, age and wisdom have mellowed me. I was quite different back then. Much more unforgiving. You cannot plant crops in the cold, wintry ground. You cannot teach a student who is closed off and unresponsive. Patience is what is needed, and I learned that too late to help him.
So what happened to him?
Denerim ran away from the circle one night. I had berated him over some trivial, ridiculous matter that I no longer remember. I drove him away because of something utterly unimportant. He was a child, 14 at the time of his leaving. They had his phylactery, and they hunted him down.
And they found him then.
They called him Maleficar, a mage who practices forbidden magic, deserving of death. He was a child, misunderstood and lost. I begged the Templars to tell me if he suffered, if they gave him a quick death. I got no answers from them. I was his mentor, and they wouldn't even tell me what became of him.
It's sad. Yeah, that is a bit cruel of them, but I can't lambaste them. It's their job. Don't worry, Wynne. Well, it is your fault. I don't want to... She has learned... You know what? I guess you learned your lesson.
I should have known better. I had the best mentors. They were kind, compassionate. Why didn't I learn from them? I failed Denerim. All I had to do was listen to him. He would try to talk to me, and I would tell him to concentrate on his spells. He talked about the alienage sometimes, and the Dalish. He always talked about looking for the Dalish elves.
Well, I do have to find the Dalish. Maybe that'll give you a bit of closure if we go visit the Dalish elves.
And there it is. My story. My one greatest regret.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that with me, Wynne. That's very sad. Very emotional. Alright, let's try and find some lighthearted humor. Oghren?
There you are. I was thinking, we've been through a lot together now. We're like old war buddies. So I figured why not invite you to share a drink, huh? A drink from my own stash, my family's recipe, and dedicated to my comrades in arms.
I'm down, sure. Finally, I get to taste Oghren's famous brew.
Yes! The warden steps up.
Why are we looking at Liliana's crotch right now?
You handled that like a champion, my friend. Most impressive. How do you feel?
I guess I feel pretty good. Got any more?
Oh, no. The rest is for me. You'd need to do something really unspeakable to get into the rest of my stash. I just wanted to tell you, after all we've been through, you're like family to me. Closest thing I've had in years.
The group is better to have you along. A toast to comrades in arms.
Aye, a toast with a dry cup. You're not getting any more of my brew.
That's fine, I got my own brew. I've got ale. You know what, you can have some of this ale as well.
That looks fine indeed.
And I found a steel symbol of Andraste. I think Liliana would like that. She seems to have a real fascination with all these religious artifacts.
Oh, how dear of you.
Yeah, she did enjoy that. And Oghren, I found a little more alcohol. I don't know why I'd be giving this to you. You're already so enamored with me. Who doesn't love me yet? Sten? Shale? Pretty much just Shale at this point. Shale, how does alcohol affect you?
Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Looks like she can still enjoy alcohol for what it's worth. Now, Alistair.
Look, Before we go any further, I want to say something. I appreciate that you brought me to see my sister, and that you were there to talk me down after we left. You're a true friend. I just wanted to tell you that.
Yes, we're in this together, Alistair.
That we are. I have your back. You know that, right? Well, now that that's out of the way, ask away.
If you were raised in the Chantry, have you never...
Never what? Had a good pair of shoes?
Something like that.
I'm not sure I do. Have I never seen a basilisk? Ate jellied ham? Have I never licked a lamppost in winter?
I think you might be making fun of me.
Make fun of my comrade in arms? Perish the thought. Well, you tell me. Have you ever licked a lamppost in winter?
Is that a euphemism for something? Because I've licked my share of lampposts, and then some.
That's a disturbing mental image you've conjured for me right there. I, myself, never had the pleasure. Not that I haven't thought about it, of course. But, you know.
Right. Oh, I see. You don't have the proper equipment for such tasks.
Oh, that's funny. Your cruel japes will be remembered, sir. If you hear sobbing later, that's me crying myself to sleep.
At least you'll get some decent rest for once.
Ha ha ha. Your cruel interrogation will be remembered forever. Or maybe just until lunch. Lunch makes everything better. Oh, look, I have cheese.
Don't rub that in my face. I like cheese. Alistair, you were very amusing. Zevran, anything new with you?
What say you?
Tell me about your little adventures.
My adventures? I'm hardly an old man just returned from across the ocean, am I? Should I shake my fist at nearby children while I talk about the good old days?
That's what I do. I find it hard to believe you haven't had adventures.
Let's see, my second mission ever for the Crows was a bit intriguing. I was sent to kill a mage who had been meddling in politics.
Okay. How were they meddling in politics, if you don't mind me prying a little more?
How should I know? I got the impression it involved sex, but then I get that impression about most everything. Odd, really. As it turned out, the mage in question was quite a delightful young woman. Long, divine legs, as I recall. I caught her in a carriage on her way to escape to the provinces. After I killed her guard, she got down on her hands and knees and begged for her life. Rather aptly, I might add. So I joined her in the carriage for the night and left the next morning.
And did you complete your contract after copulating with her?
Yes, but not on purpose, actually. The woman had actually convinced me to speak to the Crows on her behalf. What can I say? I was young and foolish at the time. Then, as I was kissing her goodbye to return to Antiva City, she slipped on the threshold and fell backwards out of the carriage. Broke her neck. Shame, really, but at least it happened quickly.
Well, that probably messed you up.
Then I found out that she had told the driver to take her to Janellen instead. She had planned to lose me in the provinces. I would have looked very foolish to the Crows. As it was, my master was very impressed that I had done such a fine job of making it look like an accident. The circle of magi was unaware of foul play, and everyone was happier all around.
All right, except for the mage, of course.
I suppose, but she was dead. She didn't need to be happy. It was after that when I learned that one needn't let a pretty face go to your head. Professionalism was key. That's my moral of the day, you see.
I feel so wise for having learned that lesson.
And one that not everyone learns, I'm sad to say. But that's enough tale spinning from me for the moment. Talking about the mage has made me a bit nostalgic, I'm afraid. Ah, the good old days.
See, you've got some stories. Sten?
I have been mistaken.
About what?
You are a soldier worthy to stand among the Beresad. I did not think so when we first met.
Oh, I'm so happy to have your approval, Sten. Thank you.
You are welcome. The day will come when the Arishok sends us here. On that day, I will not look to find you on the battlefield.
Thanks. I don't know what an Arishot is. I have not been paying attention to anything you've been saying so far about your people or your culture. You just really do not interest me. I hope I won't see you on the battlefield too, because I definitely beat you in a fight.
There is no point in dwelling on it. We should move on.
Yes. Pleasure to talk with you, Sten, as always.
I have a question for it, if it will indulge me. My understanding is that it encountered the smith named Caradin, he who was responsible for the creation of the golems, that he had become a golem himself. What I do not know is what became of him. Why did he not return with it? I would have many questions for him.
Well, that's quite the story. I could spin you a tale, but yeah, I'm sorry, he can't help you. He killed himself.
Dead? But did it kill him? Did he attack it? No. I see in its eyes. It does not tell me because it thinks I would not want to know the truth. Perhaps it is right. May I ask what became of the Anvil of the Void, assuming that it too still existed?
It could have been used to create more golems, and that is not what Caradin wanted, so it was destroyed at his behest.
Then it was no doubt for the best. With Caradin also goes any chance I might have had of finding answers on my past, I assume. Tell me, did it find out anything from Caradin? Anything at all about how I might have been made?
The anvil was made from golems from living souls, so before you were a golem, you might have been a dwarf or a convict or something.
Meaning that I was once a living creature? That seems highly unlikely, and more than a little insulting. Is it certain?
Being a living creature is not that bad.
Was I forced into this? Or simply glad to abandon a frail body? And more importantly, who was I? I simply must know. I cannot help but believe that answers lie elsewhere in the deep roads. We must look.
Alright, I'll eventually make my way back to the deep roads at your request, but anywhere specific?
Yes, no, I don't know. If it can search the deep roads, I may remember something. If not, then I will have to wait.
That sounds like a wild goose chase. Shale disapproves. Well, I'm not really looking for your approval, although it would be nice to have it. We'll eventually make our way to the dark roads, I suppose. But I don't know where you would look in there. It's a giant maze. Now, Morrigan, I gave you Flemeth's grimoire a while ago. Have you gleaned any information from that?
'Tis a curious thing. I do not know how else to describe it.
Did you have your first feeling just now?
That would be rather unlikely, would it not? I am reminded of our first meeting in the wilds. I had been in animal form for some time, watching your progress. I knew immediately that you were far more formidable than the other men you traveled with. I found you intriguing. Yet I resented it when Flemeth assigned me to travel with you. I assumed that, at best, you would drive me from your company as soon as we left the wilds.
Well, I did need at least another party member. Just me and Alistair wasn't enough. I wouldn't want to lose your talents and secrets. That's probably the most honest answer.
Naturally, a mage such as yourself would be intrigued, and Flemeth knew this. Still, I expected the worst. I am aware that I have little talent for forming friendships, to put it lightly. 'Tis something I know nothing of, nor ever thought I needed. Yet when I discovered Flemeth's plans, you did not abandon me. Whatever your reasons, you fought what must have been a terrible battle without hope of real reward.
It's okay. I was casting healing spells the whole time. I barely felt a thing. I did it because, I guess, you're a friend, Morrigan.
And that is what I do not understand. I have been with men physically, those who lusted after me and even professed love, but friendship with a man? I did not know 'twas even possible. Tell me, could there ever be anything more between you and I? Have you ever considered it?
You have not honestly been on my mind very often, but you know what? The possibility is open.
I understand. Still, 'tis good to think that we are friends. Of all the things I could have imagined when Flemeth told me to go with you, this would be the very last. I want you to know that while I may not always prove worthy of your friendship, I will always value it. But enough of such idle talk. There are more useful things to be done, surely.
Wow. Morrigan has a soft side. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed that she's not just the cold ice demon that she professes herself to be? Well, I've talked to everybody. I think I've gotten a nice well-rounded experience talking to you folks. I did not mean to get so sidetracked. I haven't talked to you yet, Poochie. How you doing? He bounces around and barks excitedly. I'll pet the dog. Good boy. With our party refreshed and ready for battle, I think we'll make our way towards this town, the village of Haven. We really need to find the Urn of Sacred Ashes, which is, I guess, a bit controversial for these folks. Yeah, I got attacked for trying to find it. I guess it's like Andraste, the ashes. Andraste is kind of like Jesus, so it's kind of like we're trying to find Jesus' ashes, or the ashes of Muhammad. So I can see how that would have some real-world parallels that would not sit well with people. But nevertheless, we need to find the ashes of this sacred person and get the Arl back into good health. So we'll make our way there next time. And since we're going to be passing down the way, I think we'll stop near Ostagar. I'm not sure how long that little side quest is going to be, but hopefully not too long. Kill a couple of Darkspawn and try and recover King Cailan's body. So that's what we will do next time. We'll grab a party and start making our way south. Until then, my name is Mike, and this has been Dragon Age Origins. Thank you for joining me.